Yeah, he is. And Tony Stewart, Buckshot Jones, 3 cars get their lap back.
You got to read 2 Dodges. He had to let those 2 Dodges go. In the process, he had to let Tony Stewart go. He had to let his teammate, 44, he got to get them back on the lead lap. Had to get Bill, that's a Dodge. That's the politics, baby.
Now Mike Wallace has taken his car to the garage. I'll show you what happened down the back straightaway.
They get together over here off of 2.
He and Todd Bodine?
Todd got loose, got sideways, hit the 7, knocked him down in the inside. But Todd didn't get a whole lot of damage out of that.
Saw Kevin LePage in that 4 car locking it up. He all but was in it.
He got some damage.
Another look.
See, watch the 66 right here. He gets sideways. He gets fishtailing a little bit. Gets that old hospital wobble in her. Here she comes back the other way. Gets into the 7. 4 car says, I'll help you, buddy. I'll straighten you up. Turned him around. 7 hard into the inside wall.
Looked like what happened, though. The 7 checked up because of the 66, and the 4 car, Kevin LePage, got into him.
Now watch this. There's a Dodge.
Now the rule is
they're down on the apron. They just went by the 7 car. Really dangerous. Here's another Dodge back here, and Tony Stewart's in there with them. Teammate, got to get him by.
Tony Stewart was a real benefactor. I don't think that's who John Andretti was trying to let back on the lead lap.
Nope. But that's okay.
Stewart into the pits. Looking for some new tires at lap 351 under the 9th caution of the day here at Bristol. Welcome back to Bristol. We're working the 9th caution of the day. John Andretti's our leader from Sterling Marlin and Jeff Gordon. Todd Bodine spinning, collecting Mike Wallace has put us under caution for the 9th time.
Hey, DJ, this is DW up in the booth. Bud, you got a copy?
Yeah, DW, I got you.
How's that old Bristol setup working out for you today, Bud?
It's pretty good. I'm a little bit tight on new tires in the center of the corner, and that hurts me a little bit. They get away from me, but I need for this thing to go green for a long time, and I think we'll have a chance.
Car looks good from up here. I've been watching you steadily. You're kind of holding you on. Good luck, and watch out for those cars in front of you.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate the help.
Looks like we're going to have another lap or 2 of caution here as they've been blowing some of the debris off turn number 3 there after Mike Wallace had his slide, and several drivers went to the track apron trying to get back up the speedway. Kevin Harvick turned a 7th place finish yesterday into the point lead after 6 of 33 Busch Series races. Jason Keller 2nd, and Jeff Green, who was involved in one of the big crashes, ended up 3rd in the points after yesterday's race. Sears brings you our Craftsman Truck Series point standings. NASCAR's other major touring division after 3 of 24 races. Scott Riggs by 12 points over Joe Ruttman. 2-time winner Ted Musgrave. Rookie Ricky Hendrick. Former champ Jack Sprague. And coming into today's Winston Cup race, Dale Jarrett, 65 points up on Sterling Marlin. You know, we've had a different point leader every single week.
Yeah, it's been interesting. We've had a different race winner every week, too. It's just right now the teams are really juggling around, jockeying around. Haven't really got that consistency yet, but we got one to go here, guys.
Steve Burns.
Hey, Darrell, I got a question for you. You've been talking about wobbly and bobbly. Sterling Marlin just told the crew that his car feels squirmy and wormy. If they stop again, they're going to go up a pound of air pressure on all 4 tires. Squirmy and wormy.
It's just that Tennessee thing. We have a different language here. Hey, if you ever invite a few friends over, you know, and they say, well, how many people did you have over? Oh, about 150,000. Just a little party.
Going to get set to go green. Let's let you folks crank it up and listen to this restart. Well, Sterling Marlin did not get the best of restarts that time.
No, and these guys there, that Dale Jr. and Skinner, I mean, they kind of try as hard as they can right now, because the 93 car sitting out here, he's sitting in good shape to get a lap back. And those guys are driving as hard as they can to try to get themselves in the same position.
And we saw three cars.
Lost third spot.
Yeah, to Jeff Gordon. We just saw 3 cars get their lap back a while ago. Here's Kevin Harvick. He's done worked his way up into the 8th position, running in front of Ricky Rudd in the 28, Dale Jarrett in the 88. There's another guy having a good run, Bobby Hamilton in the 55 car.
Boy, he really is. We hadn't said a word about him. He's been quietly in the top 10 the whole time.
Second week in a row for Hamilton.
Just quietly by this time.
Car really looks good on the bottom off the exit of the corner.
It's the 55 of Hamilton. Next weekend in the wide open spaces, the 1.5 miles at Texas Motor Speedway. Beautiful facility, wide open racing. Will be there Saturday and Sunday on Fox.
That's the state where bigger is better, isn't it? Racing wider is better, but then Texas bigger is better.
You don't reckon Hammond's going to go out there and do a rodeo or two, do you?
Oh, man, they got sprint car races out there. He'll be doing something he ain't supposed to be doing.
What do you mean I'm not supposed to be doing?
I knew he'd be around.
Huh?
I thought you wasn't listening.
I've been paying a lot of attention. Hey, I'd like to add to what you said about Bobby Hamilton. I've worked with that guy up here. He's a good little race car driver. And believe it or not, Darrell, he likes the same kind of setups that you do here at Bristol. And he's also a graduate of the Nashville, Tennessee area.
Yes, he is. Some of us have what we call the Bristol setup. We don't elaborate because we don't want anybody to know what that is. When it works, it really works well. I shared that with Bobby because he's a homeboy, and Sterling must have found out what it was too.
All 3 former track champions down at Nashville. For more, here's Jeannie.
Well, guys, you're talking about Bobby Hamilton. This is the car that took him to a 9th place finish last weekend in Darlington. Bobby says, I love this car. We just keep getting good finishes in this one. So why shouldn't we use it? We figure we'll drive it until the doors fall off. That's what his crew chief, Jimmy Ellis, reminded him of, Bobby. The doors probably will fall off at Bristol, guys.
That's exactly right. They won't fall off. They get knocked off. But that's what you do. You find a car you like, just run it until there's nothing left.
Tell you a fellow who doesn't like his car much right now, that's Steve Park.
Oh, got to have a happy car.
Yep.
And I think his car is unhappy because his tires are unhappy.
Well, he lost the 4th position to Rusty Wallace. One of the reasons was Mike Skinner in the 31. Again, trying to stay up there close enough to get that lap back. Steve Park got trapped behind him. Rusty Wallace dove to the inside. And here comes Rusty back up on Mike Skinner right now, trying to
Trouble,
get
turn 4. Jerry Nadeau takes a spin. Everybody's going to get past him. We may stay green on this one. No, caution is out.
Come on here. Come on, guys. Get that lap back. Now, see, that's why Dale Jr. stayed up on that wheel. Skinner kind of fell back. He got a lap back.
And the 93 of Dave Blaney.
And Blaney got a lap back. Both those guys were right there they were in contact with the lead long enough that when that caution came out.
Just in the last 2 cautions, we've got a total of 5 cars that's got their lap back on the lead lap.
That just means they got to start further back on the restart. It's a long line.
But it puts us now 23 cars back on the lead lap. Jerry Nadeau right in front of Brett Bodine going
It seems
around.
to me like it. I saw him do that on about the 3rd or 4th lap of the race.
Pit road's a busy place, Dick.
Jeff Gordon, who has been a contender all day, in for what could well be the final pit stop of the day. As a result, this may be the most important. Craig Curioni has carried the tires at the front end. Steve Letarte in the back. He is gone already. Another terrific stop by Gordon's crew.
There's the race down off pit road. Sterling Marlin beats John Andretti.
Well, those 2 teams have really been going at it in the pits and on the track.
And Kevin LePage is being held in his stall. There's Dale Earnhardt Jr. getting out. He's back on the lead lap, and a penalty on the 4 car. LePage has just let go. Now, as we said, he started the race pitting on the backstretch, but because 2 cars back there had to share a pit stall,